All right, we're in between some tournament stuff. I don't know. I've tried to play some. I tried to play the checkpoint challenge and just playing. I don't know. It wasn't having any fun. So I thought maybe if I came down and played to my 99 account, I've played down to Tour 5. That's as high as I've gone. But I could open up Tour 6 and see what the deal is. I've really been trying with this low level account. I have a couple Tour 6 clubs. Let's see what I got. I got the Sniper, and I've got a Grizzly, and I got a Claw, and I've got the Amazon. I have a couple of those just from doing the Golden Shot and a couple of the other events where I've picked those up. But I haven't played any Tour 6 holes. What I've really been doing is trying to focus on the lower tours to get these lower commons maxed out so that I can start participating in the club card trading. And it really makes a big difference if you got a low level account and you've got some maxed out stuff. I do have some maxed out commons. I just don't have 300. I've done 2 times where I had some clubs up, but I thought I'd come down and play some lower level stuff to see if I could get some common cards. I'm really kind of just interested in the common cards just to get these where I have 300 and I can participate. So I thought I'd come down and play some Tour 4 or 3 or something with this account. What do we got? Let's see which courses we have down here. Some of these courses are more fun than others. Santa Ventura and Sunshine Glades. I really don't like Sunshine Glades. I do like Santa Ventura. Granick Point. I like Granick Point. Acacia Reserve. Man, you gotta have some clubs for that. Maybe. What we got here? Gokasha Bay and Shaifang Basin. Let's see. Let's go play some Tour 4. Let's play some Santa Ventura and some Sunshine Glades. We'll do it. I do have. I got a note sheets for my clubs here, and I got my calculator out, so I'm ready to roll. We'll play some Tour 4 with that. You could call some of these clubs are mid-level, but that's the deal. What is my secondary club? Sniper. 1.8. I'm gonna do 1 ring. I think it's 2 per ring. I'll add a little on. We'll do 10%. See if we can get it the right angle. Need to turn my grid on. I always need to turn my grid on. I always forget. Perfecto. It's a long ass shot from there though. That second shot is no and it's super easy on that drive to end up in the rough. Super easy. Maybe we can have some fun down here, because I definitely was not having any fun in the checkpoint challenge. Part of the deal is that that 77, I had kept 77 and really never went above rookie. The highest that I went way back in the day was expert, but I really never played anything above Tour 7. And when they came out with the with all the crap that they've come out with, the signs and the precision balls and all the crap, I just like, shit, I don't care anymore. And played it up to, just trying to work on my epics, played it up to Masters so that I would get 100% more club cards in every chest. And that means that when you're playing that checkpoint challenge, you're playing at Masters. And that looks like it might be too far. Too much. Let's do 1. That'll put me. There we go. It's 5.3 rings. See if we can just get over there to the other side without getting into the rough right there. Now, in my 77 account, these kind of shots right here, if you have a rapier, are golden. Now, I have a poor man's rapier in this account, which is a Firefly, which is an awesome club when you've got lower developed stuff and you have access to a Firefly. A Firefly is a great club because you can run your topspin and you can... These short shots when you've got a lower developed account are the shots that are just the heartbreakers. You got up there and you're right off the green, and then you got some crappy wedge to try and get in the hole, and the Firefly is awesome, but you got to hit it perfect. You might, when you're up close, get away with a one side or the other, but typically you got to hit that perfect. Perfecto. Start right there. I'm starting on the right hand side of the flagpole. Hitting it perfect. We'll see if the wind was a factor. I don't think the wind was a factor. It was. Pushed me to the other side. It was about half the wind, so it was like it was a 2.2 wind, and it affected the ball about 1.1. Good to know, good to know. But that club right there, if you've got lower developed stuff, sometimes it's hard to get on the green. And if you're on the green, you're a long ways away and you might have long putts. And so there's a lot of times where you're just right off the green like that, and having a Firefly in your bag could really help. Dun, 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 dun. They were way the hell off for a 2.3 mile an hour wind. But maybe I'm wrong. No, they were way off. That's the other. Good game. Good game, my man. Good game, sea bass. Sea bass. Ah, come on. Come on, man. Let's see how much I have in jemmies. That's the thing about having an account. I've never bought anything in this account. Any of the balls that I have here I got just from free stuff, and not having any gems in it, it can get expensive opening up chests when you're playing. Is this where we were at? This is where we were at. Tour 4. Trying to work on the Tour 1, 2, and 3, or Tour 2, 3, and 4 commons. This is a sniper hole. Sniper. The deal is that the sniper that I have might not have enough topspin for me to do the rough bump. I can do the rough bump, but I might not have enough ball guide to get me back to the cup. Shit can go wrong when you're trying to, and the deal is the shot, even if you end up in the perfect spot over there, the shot going to the cup, you have to go through the moguls on this hole, and it is a crappy shot. And those trees, you can have problems. Like, I could get around that tree, but some people, especially if they're new, they may have problems going around the tree. So here's the deal. Sniper, minimum sniper. A little bit of backspin. 5.2. It's 1.2 per ring, so it's 5.2 divided by 1.2 is 433. 433. Hitting it perfect. Sniper. This will put me right in position where the second shot's going to be a nice little rough bump right to the cup. And my opponent's like, "What the hell are you doing, dude?" In one-on-one play, I find that I like this best because you don't have to do overpower. You don't have to take any risks of getting in the trees or getting in the water. And they're so close to that tree with the wind right here. If they don't adjust it right, are you gonna put any spin on it? They may not have any. Well, they probably do have some spin. They're running it in the app to see what they should be doing. Okay, the wind hit it perfect, dude, and it's gonna hit the tree. Hit it perfect. Now they put that curl on there. Now they got a shot, and they hit it good to the right. In the past, I've always done 10% on the shot, so 10% times the wind, 5.9. And I'm at mid club, so it's I'm just gonna do the 5.9. $5.9. Getting it perfect. Over pulled it just a little. Next time I take that, if we get back on this hole, I'll just take it straight up. And I didn't like how far I was back into the sand. I usually like to do those shots where I'm only 2 rings in. That way, if you do a slightly bad adjustment, it'll still come out. But if you get too deep in, it's and they are on the outside of the cup. If they hit that great to the left, they're miss. In the hole. In the hole, bowl. Dun, 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 dun. So I see we have a 9-hole cup. Are we back on the tournament 9-hole cup, or they don't tell us? I guess it would be like, why would we tell them? Like, we got to keep them in the dark. You know, most of the people that play this game are adults. I go first. Which way's the wind blowing? So it's going to be 1.3 times 5.6 divided by wherever I'm at my club. I'm going to do a 30%. I'm in my Saturn. It's 2 per ring. Divided by 2. 3.64 rings. Let's get lined up with the wind. There's 3. I'm going to do 3.7. Perfect. And it pushed me back on that 30%. This particular hole, this hole right here, if we've got a headwind, I did a 30 right there because the wind was coming at a little bit of an angle, but it was actually more due headwind. I should have upped it to the 40%. Normally what I do is a 40% on headwind. On a tailwind I do a 10. If it's pure side wind, the 10 kind of works. You can do a 0, and then if you're getting like at the 45 headwind, you can drop it down to 30. And then if it's down here, you can go in a 20. But this hole definitely, if you get a headwind, I love this hole on headwind days because people will end up short or janking around. This is a great hole to try and win shootouts on because you do end up with a headwind a lot here, and it's easy to roll off. It's better to stay up at the top. If you roll off past the cup, once you catch that hill, it'll roll you down to the bottom. Come on, man. Let's not have to go through this rigmarole again. Come on, Cinnamon. Sign man. We got signs right there. Golf Clash. Almost forgot we were playing. I'm gonna count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, I gave you an opportunity to replay. Come on. Come on, man. Make us have to go through all that shit again. Hey, I do got a golden shot here. I really should watch the Tommy deal, because Tommy will show you how to hit these, and I have no idea. No idea. No idea. What is it? What is the driver? 83, so it's like 1.4 per ring. Times. Land divided by 1.4. And I'm going to be in minimum club too, so. All right. We'll just play it. 7, 8. I guess I'm going to play it with my wood, which is 2 per ring. I'm going to play 2, 4, 6, 8. And a little. And a great to the right, just for effect. Whoa down, Cat Daddy. 2 would have been better than 3. Did I put backspin on it? 4 would have been better than 3. 1 more of whatever I did would have been better. Would have been. It is definitely worth watching Tommy's golden shot deal, because he will show you how to do that to get in the hole. In the hole. It is blazing hot here. It's not as hot today as it was yesterday. It was like 107 here yesterday. What's really bad is it was 107 during the day, and then as it got to be about 4 o'clock, then the humidity kicked up, and then it was still 107, but with the humidity it felt even hotter. The heat index was raging. That is definitely the area to hit to. Definitely. See if my opponent can get where they want. And overpower. And they're using the wind. And they're in the drink. Where did you think you were going to go? You had it set up there, and you didn't pull out the wind. That pushed you forward. And then you did overpower. That pushed you forward. What were you thinking? What were you thinking? Right at max. With the QB. Max topspin. Look at all that. That is. See how it rolls off over here? I want to make sure I got my white ring on the transition, and that gets me 3 full rings into the fairway. Give yourself 3 rings of separation. If you hit on that edge, it'll throw your ball. If you hit on the outside edge of that, it'll throw your ball to the right, and you'll end up way the hell off trajectory. And if you hit on the front side of that dome, where it's coming down like this, and you hit on the front side right here, it'll just make your ball dive right over to the other side. You can sometimes catch it and end up on the fairway over here, but a lot of times it'll just dig you into the sand or the rough. The best way to do that is to stay right dead center in the middle and set up your ring so that you're dead center, and then put all your curl on it, and just that was 3.5 topspin, 4 topspin. Doesn't take much to get over there. In the drink. What are you doing, dude? Why do you keep doing power? What is the deal? Yeah, all right. You should have never done that, because I was in a situation where there was very easy for me to. I was still up 2 shots, but never forfeit. Shit, you paid for it. Just go out there and do it again. You paid for it. Never forfeit. We'll get that gold chest going. We'll open up these silvers. so we can see. We're looking, all we want is common cards. That's all we're looking for. Trying to get 300 in one of them. I got one. How long have I been shooting? 20 minutes. I got 40 minutes, and then I got to cut out anyway. So that's perfect. Perfect. What is today? Today is the 10th. This week and next week, I will be shooting videos. We'll see how it goes. But the week after, there's going to be a 2 or 3 week period of time. I may not be around. I might not. .8. Once again, I'm going to do one ring. I think I had a 1.8 mile an hour wind the last time we were on this hole. 10% would be 2. Perfect. Perfecto. I'm going to take all my stuff with me. I'll take my tablet and stuff with me so I can record, but I don't know what the deal is. I'll be working. I'm not sure how many hours a day. It might be 8 and it might be 14, so I don't know. If it's 14, I won't be shooting much video. If it's 8, I will have time in the evenings. I'll be bored to death doing something. I have a feeling, though, that it'll be about a 12-hour day. I usually like to work, when I'm on the road like that, I like to work as many hours as I possibly can. I'm away from home. I don't have anything else to do. I have nothing to blow my money on or no shit to do, so I might as well work and get paid. The more hours, the better. Max top spin. Now, if I look at my arc where my second bounce is, I'm clear. I'm in the clear. So I'm going to take the wind out. And then I'm going to put that forward moving wind back in, which wasn't much, but there was a little. Oh. One ring great on the inside. A little bit closer. A little closer than last time. I think the last time I was on this hole, which was the first hole that I played today, the wind had about a half. The wind was 2-2 and it affected me about half the wind. But from this point right here, there will be no effect. Hit it perfect. I should be able to hit it perfect or great to the left or the right and it's still go in. But when you're using a Firefly, you want to avoid testing the theory on whether or not you can hit it great to the left or the right. You want to hit it perfect. Ideally. Ideally. Now, a lot of people, especially if they're new, they may look at a Firefly and go, man, that is a crappy club compared to these other clubs, but because it doesn't have good accuracy. But what it does have is it has ball guide and it has topspin, and that's what we're looking for. That's what we're looking for in a wedge. The number one thing is ball guide. And then if you want to be able to run your topspin like that, you need topspin. There is a beautiful rough bump right there, and I can't remember if it's plus 10. It almost seems like it's minus 10 plus 0.1. There is a beautiful rough bump from right there. Beautiful. And that, if they were going for the rough bump, that was definitely not good. And I don't think they were back. 3 out of 3 ain't bad. See if they'll replay us. Come on, man. You got more trophies than me. You're a pro. I'm just a rookie puke with some silver medals. We're playing for gold chests today. Let's see if we can get 4 golds before I gotta go. Maybe. Say thanks to all the viewers that leave me comments and stuff. I do read them all. All right. This hole right here. This hole right here is a QB hole. And that seems like too much topspin. We're going to try it and we'll see if that works. Seems like too much. But it is going up that hill over there, so it might seem like too much now, but as you're going up that hill, it's slowing it down. This is definitely a hole if you got a bag with a big dog. I think I've still got the sniper in my bag, and the sniper's going to struggle its ass off on this second shot, especially with a marlin. If you've got a Nirvana, your best shot is to try and is to go for it every single time and see if you can get over. And if you can't get over, you'll end up in the rough, that rough that's in front of where I'm at, and you can easily make it with a Nirvana from right there. That's a brutal in the tree shot, but nice end up. Very nice. That's a great angle too. They have a much better angle than me. Much better. Much mo better. Two 9, 3 rings. Puts me a little bit into power. Hitting it perfect. Now it's if I can get my second bounce to hit right there in the fairway and then bounce over to the green. That second shot is wicked. I remember when this hole first came out. This hole right here, I think it was the same tournament. 2 things happened that weekend. We were all trying to get over into this area right here so that you had a straight up shot between those 2 trees. And I was watching Tommy play, and he got on this hole, on the 18th hole, and I think he lost the tournament because of it. The best way to go at it if you get to the right spot over there is to do a dunk. And he went for the dunk and he hit the flagpole, and when it hit the flagpole it bounced backwards towards the sand and it ended up in the sand trap. And I'm not sure if it's the same way, but the sand trap, it rolled, here's the sand trap and here's the green, and when it rolled into the sand trap it rolled right here, and he couldn't get it over the lip, and so he had to hit it off to the side, and then his opponent made their deal, but he ended up dropping a shot. And in that same week, I think that was the first week that we ever played these. In that same week, Zachary Jones was out here, and the only way that he could win the tournament was to get an Albie on this hole, and he got an Albie on it and won. I've gotten a few Albies on this hole, but not many. It's a tough hole to get an Albie on. It's a tough hole to get in the right spot. Let's open it up. Let's see if we can get some more comments. Let's get them rolling. There we go. A few more. A few more. I don't really want any. I want some rocket cards. I suppose if I played down lower, I'd have a better chance of getting rockets, but you don't get that many cards when you're playing down low. Typically, in my experience, when you're playing Tour 4, like you look at the Tour 4 clubs, you'll get more of Tour 1, 2, and 3 clubs than you will Tour 4 clubs. Or in this case, Tour 3, 4. What do we got here? What do we have? We could go for the shot, but no, we're not going to. We're going to go over here. And I'm going to take my extra mile because it has, what, one more topspin? 2-4. I'm going to do a ring and a half, or a ring and a quarter. And a grate to the left just for good measure. And it took a flat bounce and then got the slide and it put me right in the sand trap. Close, close. I do know from experience that this next shot is plus 10. And it might be plus 10, like plus 0.1. But you gotta at least do the plus 10. And it should be with my Saturn. Saturn. Where is it? There's max. There's min. I'm in minimum Saturn. Minimum Saturn's 2.8, so it's 5 divided by 2.8, 1.96 rings. And there's the min. There's 2 rings. Two rings, 1.96, but who's counting? Hitting it perfect. That only took forever. Woo! That was with plus 10, and which way was the wind blowing there? Yep. Plus 10, plus 0.1. Arrgh. Maybe. I was trying to get into my 22 account and I could not get into it. And somehow somebody got into this account right here and changed I don't know how they got into this account or what the deal was, but they changed the avatar picture. And my wife is like, what is the deal here with this picture? And I'm like, that's not me. I'm hardly ever on Facebook. If anything ever happened to my wife and I had to hit the dating scene, people would go, hey, you're not on social media. Like, you don't have a social media presence. We can't look you up and know when the last time it was that you farted. Like, what are you trying to hide? I'm not trying to hide anything. I just don't care about all that shit. I worked for companies for a long, long time that had confidentiality stuff, and you couldn't tell people where you were at, and so you didn't want to do the social media because you didn't want people to know where you were or what you were doing, or you didn't want people posting. And they definitely checked to see if it came out like where you were at, or because nobody was supposed to know where you were. I still do some work. I've done work for them, but I think I'm all done with that. I think I am. I say that, but then they call you up and they throw a bunch of money at you and you're like, okay. I'm picky too. They send you in at weird areas. They send you in areas where you can get shot at. which is part of the deal if you're in the military. But when you're out just doing a job, it's kind of sucks when you're getting shot at doing your job. With this Indian areas, when you leave, you'll be glowing. Potential spam. I am not, and I repeat, not going to play the shot that my opponent's playing. I'll be playing to the left. If you got low level stuff, it sucks from over there. And you got to hit that sucker straight because of those trees. I don't like that. I actually don't like any of that. 5-3. 5-3. Put some curl on it to bring it back to the fairway. I need to play this hole again so I can figure out how I want to set that drive up, because that's the area that I want to get to right there, and that's in between these two shadows, in between these two trees. So you have several ways you can go at it. You can go straight at it. If you put a lot of curl on it, that tree that's on the left hand side will tag you hard. So this tree right here, so if you're gonna play it, you got to do max curl and try and get around the tree, or you go straight in between them and don't do any curl. And if I can, I'm going to try and get to the spot right here. There's a rough bump. And we were just playing this too. And what was the rough bump on this? What was it? We were just playing this par 4. I was doing 4.5. Which one was it? It was this one right here. I was doing 0 minus 0.2 to the cup. Wherever you were at in your club, minus 0.2 in the drink. Now this is where you put the hammer down. I'm sitting here looking at this rough bump. If I could actually get to the rough bump, I can't. So what we will do here, you see, let's get to this area right here. I'm not worried about that tree, but I am going to put it out here so that I can see where my ball guide's going, so I can see how much my, I'll put 2 in that. I'm going to go right at the tree. A little bit forward. A little bit back. 3 rings. I'm going to do that. And I'll go around the tree. And I picked up the slide. I gave my opponent an opportunity to catch up to me. If I want to play on the left-hand side to get to that rough bump, I'll have to play it with my extra mile to get up there. Dun 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 dun. I don't even know what club I have here. A machete. All right. We're in the range where we hit it perfect, it goes in. Hitting it perfect. In the hole. Dun 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 dun. Woo! All right. For all you new players out there with low level accounts wanting to play, trying to play up, I'm a big fan. I have been slow playing this account. I have played, I played a couple thousand games in this account, and they've all been, like I said, nothing higher than 2,000 games, nothing higher than Tour 5, You can get your clubs up pretty high when you're playing low down there because the pool of clubs that you're choosing or getting an opportunity to win is lower, especially if you're trying to work on your extra mile. I will say, however, there are some great clubs up at the top that I'm not getting access to, that I'm used to playing. The Rapier, the Spitfire. I started playing with my Spitfire the day I got it. And it was as soon as it gets 120, which I think it starts with 120. I think I started playing with it like immediately. There was one of the holes that has been completely redesigned. It doesn't even look like the original hole. The end of the hole looks exactly the same, but everything in between. The green looks the same, but everything in between is totally different. On that hole, when I got that Spitfire, I started having a ton of success, and everybody hated that hole because I would just shoot it as far as I could out into the sand, and then the Spitfire I could recover and get into the perfect spot. But it was super hard to get into the perfect spot on your second shot if you tried to stay in the fairway. And it wasn't like a lot of the holes now. You had to shoot your first shot, lay it up. I'm gonna leave myself a little more space. 4-4. Max curl. Dun 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 dun. Nice hop. Get towards the shadow. Straighten, nice shot out. Yeah, it was definitely a hole where you hit from the green or from the tee box to the fairway. Then you hit from the fairway to the setup spot, and then you hit from the setup spot to the green. So it was 3 shots to get onto the green. And this shot right here to get up on the green was super tough. It was really easy to put yourself in a really bad spot, even though it had taken you 2 shots to get to this point. They changed it up though. It's still a super tough hole to get an eagle on. It is, but it is eagleable now. Back in the day, it really was not eagleable. Shit, you'd be lucky if you could get on in 3. Here we go. Here we go. Da, 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 da. Three, 4. Three, 4. Hey. All right. And a great to the left. Just for good measure. Just for luck. I've made, I would say, less than 10 albies on this hole, and every single one of them has been a one-on-one. I've never made an albie on this hole. Well, I can't say that. I cannot say that. I was thinking, just like from that direction right there, I don't think I've ever made an albie on this hole, but there is a way that you can play this hole if the wind's going right. You can play it to the left, and I have made some albies on that side. But you need a 5 power ball, and you need to have some kind of forward moving wind. You can have an absolutely pure side wind and get over there, but if you have any headwind whatsoever, you're not going to make it, even with a 5 power ball. Maybe with a topspin boost ball and a little bit of head side wind, but if you've got any significant headwind, you're not going to make it. Not. All right, which way is the wind blowing? We're going to do it right this time. That is still 30% times 3.9 divided by 2. 2.53 rings. And let's pull back a little and apply my massive side spin. Get forward just a titch. 2.53 rings. There's 253 exactly. And a great to the right. If you roll off, you can see where it's right here. If you engage with this at all and have even just a little teeny bit of speed, it'll roll your ass down all the way to the bottom. I don't know if they've changed it, because they have put in a secondary pin placement on this hole, and they may have went back and reworked it, but it used to be if you were down here at the bottom, you couldn't putt it up to the top. Even max overpower, you didn't have, it would get halfway up the hill and then it would just roll back down. I can't believe that my opponent's playing Tour 4 with a freaking berserker. I think they beat me. I think they did. Wow. I won. Look at that. Look at that. Come on, bro. Come on, Roscoe. Roscoe P. Coltrane. Thought you said you had some guts. Almost got it. Almost. I got some more of those rockets. Now I need some more. Now I need some more. How many rockets do I have? How many rocket am I short? If I played this account every day, I could get enough of those comments up there that every day I could be participating in the club card challenge, and that would be the deal. The only thing you have to spend gems on is opening up chests. Don't need to buy any balls. Quarterback. And I am not trying to get it all. I'm just trying to get right out into that neighborhood. I'm going to pull back a little. Give myself some room for the wind. There's a great second shot here. This hole is when it first came out, over on the left hand side, like from the tee box right there, you can look over and you can see the flagpole. It used to not be like that. There used to be trees that ran along the side on the left, and there was a bunch of holes in the game when the game first started off, that if you were in this is the first cut of the rough, this is the second cut of the rough. If you were in the second cut of the rough, you were out of bounds. And this was a line of trees that went all the way down this side, and so if you went over by those trees and ended up in that second cut of the rough, you were out of bounds. Same thing on the other side. And so you had to either be in the fairway or in the first cut of the rough. You did not. You wanted to stay in the fairway. And everybody would try and get around that corner and get caught up. And so if you just hit it out there straight, you had about a 50% chance that somebody would screw up. And get out of bounds. It is 1.1 times 4.4 divided by 1. 4.84 rings. There is max club. I'm going to pull back a little so I have room to work the wind out. I want to drop down that hill and roll down to the cup. 4.84. There's 4.84 exactly. And a great for good measure. Dang it. You can try and go straight at it, but if you use that hill up there, you can see where I go back and rewind the video, and you can see how my ball guide at the very end was tailing off, and I had moved before and the ball guide was going straight. You want to be on that hill so that your ball guide is where you can see that roll off, because there is a kind of a sticky spot right there. And even if you get your trajectory slightly off, if you hit it perfect, you have a serious chance of going in the hole. But if you try and go straight at it, your ball guide says it's going to go straight at it, but it always seems to be off. You can end up in the hole, but it's not nearly, you won't get nearly as many Albie drops as if you use that hill going down. I learned that from Dale Appleby. We can thank him for that. We were out playing one-on-one one day, and this hole came up quite a bit, and I was like, it's always hit or miss on this hole. I'm always right there. And he's like, you gotta watch that tail. Use that hill to roll yourself down to the cup, or get super close. But if you're gonna lay it up back there where you're taking the sniper shot in at it, you definitely want to use that hill. What do I got, 8 minutes? I do, I got 8 minutes. That means I got at least one more hole in me. We might get 2 if they want to replay. We could. Come on, man, come on. Come on, 50 most resting. Don't be wasting my time. Come on, dude. Damn it. Dag nabbit. Alright, not now. You don't want to know what my rating of your game is. We'll open this chest just in case we do get somebody that wants to replay us and we get some bonus action. But I can't do too much bonus action because I really got to leave here in about 7 or 8, about no more than 12 minutes. Maybe 2 holes. Race through the tours with extra trophies from your clan. Am I out of Marlins? It's buy 9. Buy. And let's choose them. Do do do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. 5 5. About a half a ring into power. A little bit of curl just to bring it back. And a great to the left for good measure. Much better than the last time. Last time I damn near went in the sand. Is there a thanks? Is there a thanks? Hey, I didn't mean that. Thanks. Get in the hole. Now you can do that. You bring out a bigger ball. Shit, go for it, dude. You could get on one. Where you really want to get is bring out a bigger ball so that you can get into this pocket. And you got a little bit more leeway. 3 power ball, their arc, they're, you know, like if they pushed it, they're in this area. But if you bring out a 5 power ball, you can get up into that. And as long as you got a headwind or a pure side wind, you don't have to do any overpower. You've got a really serious shot at it. And while it doesn't look like the water really plays a big deal, it's easy to end up in the water. If you hit a great to the left, it's easy to get into the water. Right here, right in this area. What is my Saturn? 2.8. I'm gonna do 1 ring. It should be. It is 1.1 times 2.9 divided by 2.8. I'm gonna do 1.2 rings. That's 1.2 and almost 1.2 1/4. Almost 1 1/4. Excuse me, 1.2 1/4. Let's hit it. Let's hit it great to the right. Arrgh. All right, last hole. Last hole, then I gotta go pick my wife up, and then I got family coming over. I have multiple family in town for the week, and some of them have flown out already, and more have come in, and I got a bunch of family that's over on the coast and a bunch of family that's here in the valley, and they're going to the coast tomorrow, and some of the families coming back from the coast to fly out. And I unfortunately am not at the coast, and at the coast it's 20 degrees cooler than it is in my house. Which begs the question, why am I not at the coast? It's because my wife changed jobs and she has to work at the office for the first 6 months through a training period. She used to work from home. That would be why. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, this is 10. 1.1 times the wind. There is a... Can I get to it? Can I get to it? Yes, I can. Yes, I can. There's min. There's max. There's mid. I'm at about mid club, so I'm going to play it at mid. So I'm just going to do whatever the wind is. 5.2. There's 5.2. Oh, my timing shit off. That was 2 rings off. Whoa down, Cat Daddy. Whoa down. When you first start playing, it is more important to get your distance right than your trajectory, because like my distance was off right there. And if I would have stopped at the point where I was the closest to the cup, I was probably half a yard. Well, the way they measure distance, I was probably 74 feet, but much, much closer than what I was. Once you get your distance stuff figured out, then you can really start working on your trajectory or start working on the adjustment to the hole. It's like I'm always on the left and the wind's blowing from the right, then maybe you need to add on a little bit. Good game. Good game, my man. Good game. Good game. I do. Let's see if they'll replay. Did we get bonus action? No bonus action, but we did win 3 gold chests, so we got that going for us. All right, there you have it. That was some Tour 4 with a low level account, just for all you new players out there, just doing the deal. The whole deal there is just knowing your club numbers. So you can use the app. You can go to Golf Clash Notebook or Tommy's site. I prefer, if you're going to get club numbers and write them down on a piece of paper, the Golf Clash Notebook app is easier. And just go in there and find your club and then go to the win calculator. What you do, you see. As you go into... Come in here to Horizon, you go to wind chart. I'll show you your wind chart and you pick out what level your club is. And if you're playing one-on-one and you're just playing the low-level stuff, you know, a Marlin's good. You don't really have to bring out anything better than a Marlin. Save your good stuff for tournaments. And so you can come in here and it'll tell you what the max is for your club, the mid, the min. Most people are going to have an extra mile. Or if you got oh, we got a sniper here. The sniper, the wind chart. I think I got a sniper 6, sniper 7. 1 Powerball. Tell you what your numbers are. Then you can just write those numbers down, and just having those numbers and knowing how to adjust your clubs based off of that with the low level winds, it's good to go down there and stay in the low tours until you can get used to making the adjustments where you're spinning it around and you're pulling the rings out. You'll be amazed at how easy it is to win in the lower tours if you know how to do wind ring adjustments. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being a subscriber. If you're not a subscriber, hit subscribe, hit the like button, ring the bell, leave me a comment. Hey, if there's a tour that you want me to play, let me know, and I've got some account I can pull out and play that tour. I'm not playing anything above Tour 10, so I could play Tour 11, but I'm not going to play Tour 11. Once you start going up there, the way it is now, every single person brings out a special ball, and there's a lot of those holes that bring out a special ball. You have a leg up. I like playing the lower tours because it doesn't cost any money at all to play. You can just go down and have fun. And obviously it's more fun if you're winning more, and if you know how to use the wind ring stuff, it's easy to win. All right? Thanks for watching. I will see you next time. Stay safe, my friends.